Namaskar. Today I am going to speak on impact of lockdown on tourism industry in Manipur. In the wake of worldwide coronavirus COVID-19, the health sector has crippled all over the globe. Till yesterday, more than 2 lakh people have died all over the world, and more than 20 lakh people are suffering for this coronavirus disease. Almost all the countries in the world are affected by this dreaded coronavirus COVID-19 disease, and this is one of the world's worst health crisis which occurred after the Second World War, that is 1919. Second World War onwards. In India also, more than 24,000 people have been affected, and around 900 people have already expired. Economy of India has been crippled. All the citizens of the countries are asked to remain inside their house as a result of lockdown. People are suffering a lot, economy are suffering a lot, people have lost their job. Indian economy is suffering a great loss, and economic crisis have emerged in India as a result of the coronavirus COVID-19 health hazard. One of the data given by Tata Consultancy Service, which is one of the largest IT sector in India, has mentioned this. They are going to lose 0.85% of their profit on quarter-to-quarter basis. Many lakhs people have lost their job, and many more are going to lose their job in near future if this coronavirus disease continue to affect. Manipur is also not exception to this coronavirus, because Manipur is also affected. It is one of the states located in northeast India. Out of 8 states, this is located in the easternmost part of India, bordering to the Myanmar. The total population of Manipur is 28 lakh 56,000 as per the 2011 census, and the total geographical area of Manipur is 22,237 square feet. Out of this, 10% is valley and remaining 90% is hill. The oval-shaped valley is predominated by the Meitei community, and in hill area, which is around 90% of the total geography of Manipur, is dominated by different tribes. They are Tangkhul, Mar, Jaute, Paite, Panal, Mongsang, etc., etc. Apart from this, there are other tribes also like Thado, Bhalte, Waifei, Ralte, etc. Apart from this, there are other communities like Gorkha, that is Nepali-speaking community, and also Hindi-speaking community are also living both valleys and hill areas of Manipur. Manipur may be called a mini India, where we found people belonging to different religion, different culture, and different socio-economic background. Manipur is predominantly an agriculture state. 70% of the total people of Manipur directly depend on agriculture, and remaining 30% are engaged in other types of activity like service sector and business sector. It is one of the most industrially backward states of India, where we depend on all the products coming from outside Manipur state. Tourism is one of the sectors where people are employed in large number. As we know, as I have told it, it is a beautiful scenic beauty. There are various places of tourist attraction. There is Koibul Lamjao National Park, which is house of floating park where brow antler deer, which is known as Sangha in local language, is found. This is the only place in the entire world where this brow antler deer is found. And also there is beautiful Loktak lake near Moiran. This is the only floating lake where we see Phumdis, that is grass, which is being decomposed and floating on the fresh water. And also there is INA Memorial, that is Indian National Army Memorial, where Azad in the Fauj of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose came and they hoisted the Indian tricolor flag on 14 April 1944 before India got independence. So such an important historical place is there in Manipur where our national flag was hoisted before our country got independence from the British. There is a market called Pyramid Market, and inside this market there is Ima market. By Ima we mean mothers. That means the vendor or sellers are only ladies. Most probably this is the largest market in India and also in the entire world where sellers are only women selling different types of goods sitting in one compact area. They sell varieties of goods starting from vegetable, fish, local made garments, handloom product, handicraft product, and also imported goods. So this is also one of the places of tourist attraction in Imphal, the capital of Manipur. There is a very famous Govindaji temple where many Hindu pilgrims come and spend their time devoting the god Govinda, that is Lord Krishna. There is an old palace, that is Kangla Fort, where the king of Manipur used to stay when this was princely state before it was defeated by the British in the year 1891. After British came here, their officer used to stay inside this Kangla Fort, which is also one of the most important historical place of Manipur. During Second World War, the Allied forces and Japanese forces fought here, and in memory of those Indian army who were killed in the Second World War, there is one Indian Army War Cemetery in Imphal. Many tourists come and see this war memorial, this war cemetery also. Apart from this, there are many religious places like 300 years old Kapulaika temple, which is located on the way to Dimapur, only 35 kilometers from Imphal. Many tourists come there also. There is Kaina Hill. There is another important tourist center, that is Sadhu Waterfalls, Sadhu Chiru Waterfalls, which is located in Bishnupur district, bordering to Kangpoku district of Manipur. There are also many tourists come every day. But as a result of this lockdown, all the domestic as well as international flights have been cancelled. All the interstate bus service have been cancelled. Market have been closed. Therefore, tourists have stopped coming to this state. These tourists, whenever they come here, they stay in hotels. There are around 30 hotels located in different parts of Manipur. Out of these 30 hotels, there are around 12 hotels which are in the Imphal city. These hotels are Hotel Grande, Hotel Classic, Hotel Imphal by Classic, Shanghai International Hotel, Anand Continental Hotel, Nirmala Hotel, Vaibhav Hotel, Christina Hotel, Hotel Prince, Hotel City Arts, etc. etc. But due to lockdown, tourists have stopped coming and the occupancy rate of this hotel has become zero. No tourists are staying in the hotel. Hotel are losing their revenue. But as instructed by the government of India, during this lockdown period also, though all this public sector, private sector are closed, the owner, the entrepreneur have to pay the salary of their employees, even though it is lockdown. So those workers who have been working in the hotel industries are given salary by their employer. Whereas the employer, the owner, the entrepreneur, the hotel owner have not earned any revenue during this lockdown period, though they have to pay salary to their employees. So this is a great loss to the owner, to the entrepreneurs of the hotel industry, because they are not earning any revenue, any income during this lockdown period. Then another group which are adversely affected by this lockdown are the tour operators, taxi drivers. Because whenever tourists come, this tour operator, taxi driver, they use to carry these tourists from one place to another place. And because of this profession, they earn their livelihood. But since tourists have not coming as a result of lockdown, so they have stopped their service. And they are also losing their job. The owner of the vehicles, car, cab, are not earning any profit because their vehicles are ideally parked. So this is a great loss to the owner of the vehicle also. There is chain effect of this loss. We all know that whenever any tourist visit Manipur or any place, they generally buy goods, local made goods. So in Manipur there are many entrepreneurs, producers, manufacturer of different types of goods. Many handloom and handicrafts items are being produced in Manipur, and these items are sold to the tourists. So our entrepreneur, our micro enterprise owner, our artists have manufactured goods for selling to the tourists. They have invested their money in this industry and they have produced goods. But as a result of lockdown, their goods are not sold. So the money which they have invested for manufacturing this type of goods has remained idle. They are not getting return of their investment. So this is another loss to the local entrepreneur who are engaged in manufacturing different types of handloom products, handicraft products, local memento, local goods which are generally purchased by the tourists who visit Manipur from other parts of India and also from abroad. As per the data available with the Directorate of Tourism Government of Manipur, during the year 2018, there are around 1,64,483 tourists from India, and also around 2,738 tourists from abroad came to Manipur. But during this year, because of lockdown, they have stopped coming to this place. Because tourism is one of the most important source of foreign exchange earner also. We know that the largest revenue is earned from the tourism industry in the country like Nepal, Switzerland, and Maldives, Mauritius, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia. There, the tourism sector is the largest foreign exchange earner and employment provider in those countries. Similarly, in India also, in Manipur also, tourism industry contribute a major portion of our gross domestic product. But since lockdown is there, and even after lockdown also, because of apprehension, there may be decrease in the flow of tourists to India and to Manipur also. Therefore, there is every possibility of loss of employment and loss of job in this part of the country also. International Labour Organization ILO has predicted that there may be loss of 195 million jobs in the near future, even if lockdown is lifted, because people are afraid of leaving their country, leaving their hometown for the purpose of visiting other places, other country, other state, maybe within their country and also maybe outside their country. In Manipur, there is to be many tourists from Myanmar and Thailand side also. As we know that Manipur has a common border with Myanmar, and many tourists used to come to Manipur up to Imphal for health care, for medical checkup, for treatment of their health also. Because in Myanmar, the healthcare facility is very poor. So in Imphal, we have around 10 good private hospitals. Apart from 2 government medical college and hospital, our healthcare charges are very, very reasonable, and we have good doctors, specialists, testing centers are there. Therefore, we saw many people from Myanmar visiting up to Imphal for their health checkup. So this medical tourism is also one of the areas where our state used to earn revenue. But as a result of lockdown, our border with Myanmar is closed. At More and other places, people from Myanmar are not allowed to come to Manipur, and people from Manipur are also not allowed to go to Myanmar. Therefore, there is a great loss in the healthcare sector also. Private hospitals have employed many doctors, many nurses for treatment of these patients. Since the patients are not coming, there is a loss for the proprietor, for the owner of this hospital also, because even if there is no patient, even if it is closed, the doctors and nurses are to be paid their salary as instructed by the government of India. So there is a loss in healthcare sector also. In Manipur, we have now 5 universities. So many students from Myanmar, Thailand, and other Southeast Asian countries used to come to Manipur for further study. So there was a scope for education tourism also. But as a result of this lockdown, they may not come. Even if they come, they may not like to stay here longer. And even after lockdown also, because of apprehension of the spread of this coronavirus, COVID-19 disease again, they may not like to come to Manipur. So there is a loss in education sector also. So it is most likely that even after the lockdown is lifted, as a result of the apprehension of moving outside their country, outside their state, Manipur, not only Manipur, the entire country, India may lose a major portion of their revenue, which generally you used to earn from the foreign tourists when they visit to this country, to this state. So likewise, when hotels are open, those poultry farmers, those fishery entrepreneurs, those fish farmers, they used to supply large quantity of poultry, chicken, fish to the hotels. Since hotels are closed, tourists are not there, so our farmers, our poultry owners, fish farmers, owner of these farms, who have invested huge amount of money for rearing these chicks and fish, have also incurring a huge amount of loss due to this lockdown period. So we have seen chain effect of loss of economy in all sectors because of this lockdown. And even if lockdown is lifted, maybe after May or maybe after June or July, then it will take many months to recover the loss which has already been happened, which has already been occurred because of the coronavirus lockdown. So later on, I feel that Government of Manipur, Government of India should have liberal measures so that we can attract more and more tourists. Now, whenever any people, either from surface or from flight, would like to visit Manipur, Imphal, they have to take inner line permit system. And for this also some formalities, some documents are required. Therefore, to encourage, to invite tourists from other parts of India and from abroad, we need to liberalize the entry system, the visa system, the inner line permit system. If somebody would like to visit Manipur for 10 days, 15 days or 1 month, let us not make this type of permit or paper compulsory for them, because they will be coming and they will be staying for a few days and they will go. If we make them very hard rules and regulations for them, then they may not like to visit, they will not be encouraged to visit. Therefore, to invite, to encourage or to improve our tourism economy, we need to liberalize the system of issuing permit or visa. Even without permit also, we should allow tourists to visit Manipur for few days. And again, when these people from Myanmar visit Imphal for their medical checkup, for their health care, we ask them for visa, which is very difficult to obtain in a very short period of time. Suppose somebody from Tammu in Myanmar becomes sick in the night. If he becomes serious, then if you like to come to Imphal immediately, then if he has to wait for visa or other document, then it may take say few hours or may take few days, 1 or 2 days. By the time he may expire also. Therefore, for those tourists who want to come to Imphal from other country for their health checkup, for their treatment, we should not impose visa for coming up to Imphal only, solely for the purpose of health care and checkup. We should be liberal to our neighbor by seeing the severity of the problem. So I strongly suggest that no visa, no permit should be imposed for people coming from our neighboring country, Myanmar, for health checkup and medical treatment up to Imphal, because in their region, in that part of country, they have very poor healthcare facility. Likewise, we must keep some reserved seat for foreign students in our university also, in our colleges also. Let us invite few students from neighboring countries like Myanmar, like Thailand, like Indonesia, like Malaysia, for studying in different courses in Manipur, because we have a very good college, a very good university where they would like to come for study. So for them, we should not ask for, say, recommendation by their ambassador, by their ministry or Indian embassy which is located in their country. If they like to come here, let them come with certificated document and with passport only. We should keep some reserved seat for them. This will also encourage the education tourism in this part of the country. And in Manipur we have many educated, talented scholars in all fields, in the field of general education, in the field of engineering education, in the field of medical education, in the field of science and technology. We have highly educated, talented, qualified people. So if we have a very good relation with our neighboring country, particularly Southeast Asian country, because our state Manipur is going to become the gateway to the Southeast Asian country. So if we make a system liberal to them, then they will also invite us. They will also give employment opportunities to our educated people in their college, in their university. So there is a scope of getting employment for the educated people in this South Asian country, particularly Myanmar, Thailand, Indonesia and Malaysia, provided we make this visa system, this other permit system very liberal. Because if we become liberal to those countries, then only they will become liberal to us. this should be two-way communication. This should be give and take. So to promote tourism, I again repeat that our permit system, our visa system, our rules and regulation should be liberal so that they are allowed to come without much hurdles, and we may also like to visit those countries without any hurdles. And ultimately, our people, our educated boys and girls will get employment opportunity in those countries, and this will also give us a good amount of foreign exchange, which will ultimately help in developing the economy of these backward, these industrially and economically backward state Manipur. So we have to improve in all aspects so that our state become very popular, known to the entire world. I thank the ABVP for giving me this opportunity for saying a few words about the impact of lockdown in the tourism industry of Manipur. As I have said, there is a very high scope for development of tourism, provided we made our regulation, our rules, our permit system, our visa system more liberal in near future. I know that ABP has been doing very good service for the student community in Manipur, in India also. ABVP has become very popular from the time of Shyam Moga, Avinash Kohli, Ravindra Reddy, and the present Northeast Samparka Pramukh, Mr. Mahesh Bhagavat, who was working in Manipur as an state organizing secretary for many years. During his time, he has expanded the unit of ABVP in different districts of Manipur. The number of membership have been increased many folds during his tenure as a state organizing secretary. And recently, during the time of lockdown, ABVP has been doing very good service to the student community, to the students of Manipur who are stranded in different parts of India. Many students from Manipur, many thousand students of Manipur are studying different courses in Delhi, Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, Mysore, Chandigarh. They could not come to their hometown because of the this sudden closure of flight and train. They have been stranded there. So with the help of our Northeast Samparka Pramukh, Shri Mahesh Bhagavat, the local unit of ABVP have been helping our stranded students in different parts of India by providing them medicine, by providing them grocery item, ration, and all types of help. So students and parents of Manipur, whose sons and daughters are stranded in different parts of India, are very much grateful to the ABVP for helping them, for providing them timely help. And in future also, I believe that ABVP will continue to helping, providing good service to the student community of India who are there in different parts of this country. With this, I would like to complete my speech. Namaskar. Bharat Mata ki Jai.